So majority of THP engine users in Peugeot vehicles abuse their engines, not just in Nigeria but all over the world. Some are but majority in Nigeria, but some outside Nigeria they do abuse these engines for what I've gathered or I've seen them do and complain about. They do it by using the wrong engine oil. And for what you are looking at on the screen are some of the things that get damaged or fail when they use this engine oil. One of the first one is the turbocharger. So yes, the turbocharger will fail if you are using the wrong oil in these engines. So the oil, I'll come to that at the end of the video. So the turbocharger works with engine oil. So if you use the wrong one that's not meant to work with that turbocharger. Remember, there are different kinds of turbo. Not all turbochargers they are the same. There are different designs, models, and oil specifications that work better depending on the design. So when you use the wrong one, it's going to damage the turbocharger. Now, the next one that THP engine users do suffer from is engine oil pump. The ones, especially here in Nigeria, people that used wrong oil in these engines, their oil pump fail at random, and most times, it's one of the things they complain about. And while diagnosing these cars, I do come across these issues every now and then because of the wrong oil they are using. Now, there's another one called engine oil pump solenoid valve or engine oil pump electro valve. It has about 2-3 names. It's attached on the oil pump inside the engine. So this electro valve also works with engine oil, and not just any type of oil, specific oil, just like some other Peugeot cars like EW10A, ES9A, and the rest that have this similar components, but not theirs, not inside the engine, the VVT solenoid. So when you use the wrong oil, it damages these components or valve. So yes, THP engine users will have these issues. The next one is the inlet camshaft electro valve, the solenoid valve. So it's like similar to that of the electro valve inside the engine, the one attached on the oil pump. So this one is outside the engine that monitors or works with the inlet camshaft on the THP engine. So when you use the wrong oil, yes, it will affect it. Or they do fail when you use the wrong oil. So the next one is the inlet camshaft sprocket, or what we also know as the VTs, variable timing sprocket, defacers, some names there. Some call it is it Vanus something. So see, all these things works. The manufacturers, when they tell you use this specific engine oil, it means they've done their research or know the part they are using to produce this engine works better with specific engine oil, which in other vehicle, other brand, maybe the one they are using can work with other oils, but this particular one use this. So yes, it affects that sprocket as well, and could be other things that I didn't list out on you are looking at on the screen. So at least now you know. So if you are not ready to be using this recommended engine oil or oils for THP engines, I would advise don't bother to buy one or a Peugeot vehicle with that engine, because you are going to be among the people who will be bitching or nagging, biting, complaining about Peugeot engines when you are the one causing all these problems. I've done a lot of videos, written articles about the recommended engine oil of these engines. So at least the first one that Peugeot recommended is total was INEO. That's the spelling is INEO. So I don't know how to, maybe you can pronounce it differently. Total was INEO HTC. H for house, T for teacher, C for, I don't know, coolant. HTC 5W30. Look for that oil. That's what I mean. The first, I mean, when it comes to list of priority, that should be your first one to look for. It's one of the best engine oil for these engines. Now, depending on your environment, I'm talking about people that live like environment like Nigeria or some other hot temperature countries. So yes, use that oil. You can now use the oil certification of that total course. I know HTC 5W30, and that is B712297. That's, you look for, you can search for any 5W30, then look on that container whether it has that certification, whether it's total or not. You can find it in Mobile, at least, that I know of. Then you can check out that brand of oil. You see something like PSA or Peugeot Citroen B712297. If you don't find it, if you are buying it because it has that 5W30, understand that you may end up having issues with some of these things I listed. Of course, the wrong oil can damage your crankshaft, damage your camshaft, and some other components inside the engine. That's not the point, So I just listed out the most common issues these engines are having in terms of failing components when the owners are using the wrong oil. So I just listed this one so that you will have a better understanding. Of course, wrong oil, just because oil is new or expensive, does not mean it's right oil for that engine. So wrong oil means not good for that engine, but can be good for other engines that they are recommended for. So that's what I mean by wrong. So don't assume I meant an expired oil or oil that is already overdue for change. That is another one, bad or contaminated, or those are not. They are, yes, can be regarded as wrong oil or bad oil. But I'm just stating wrong in the sense that not for that engine, no matter how the quality of that oil. That's what I mean. So please, now you understand some of the things. So if you are looking for a THP or a Peugeot car with THP engines, understand these are the things you may face if you are not the type that like using Peugeot vehicles and following the manufacturer's instruction or recommendations. So I think that's all I have for this video. Okay.